Hi, Mike's Carburetor Parts. I'm going to show you how to adjust the float level and float drop on a Carter YH1 barrel carburetor. The specifications for this can be found in the specification chart on your instruction sheet that came in your kit. I can't tell you what it is because it's different on different applications. Typically, like one is 5/16, this Chevy is 5/8, etc., etc. Anyhow, check your data sheet or your motor's manual. Everybody should have a motor's manual for the vehicle they're working on. Alright, so the float level, you take the gasket off, and we're going to measure from the bottom of the float here to the top of the carburetor here, to this top, whatever you call it. It's upside down, but for now that's the top. And you're going to measure that right in there. So we just do something like this with our measurer, and I see this one is about ½ inch, so it's probably needs to be adjusted. Now if all else fails, you can't find a speck or anything, just set this so that it's level. This needs to be set up just a little bit, set so it's level to the top of the carburetor, and you'll be okay. Adjustment doesn't make any difference whether spring-loaded or solid type needle. We prefer the spring-loaded, and that's what we put in the kits. The spring-loaded just helps keep the bounce out of the float on rougher roads. Not that you'd be driving your car on a rough road, but especially if it's a marine, you might want to have a spring-loaded. Okay, to adjust this, number one, never putting pressure on your needle because they have a soft fighting tip, and any pressure will ruin it and you'll get leakage through it. Okay, so to adjust it, the float level, you're going to adjust it right here by bending it right here, and I can do that by holding it with my needle nose and then bend the float up or down depending on which way you need it. I need to bend it up a little bit, okay, and remeasure it, measure it until you get what you need. Okay, so that's the float level. The float drop is adjusted, and you pretty much got to take the float off to adjust when you need to adjust it, and I'll show you that right now before we measure it. You adjust it by bending this tab right here. So when you go the up and down, that stops the drop. So let's put this pin back in here, and okay, so float drop, turn the top right side up actually, and like so, and you're going to measure from here down to the bottom of the carburetor, in this case, or bottom of the float down here, and measure it like this. And this is probably looks like pretty close to 2.5, supposed to be 2 3/8 and on most applications. So you just bend that tab a little bit depending on which way you need. Now the important thing on the float drop is that it doesn't drop so far that the needle comes out, or it doesn't have enough drop to allow the needle to drop. So now to test your needle to see if it's leaking, first of all, your needle, you should have wetted it with maybe mineral spirits, and wipe off the tip, get some of that black soot off. You put a slight amount of pressure on the needle to take the spring out of it, and blow through here with the cap on, of course. Blow through here, and don't blow too hard. It only needs about 3 pounds, 3.5 pounds, something like that. And if you can blow through, you know you got a leaky needle. Okay, and a new needle, like I say, you got to wipe a new needle off with mineral spirits, or you should, or otherwise it'll take about 10 times for it to get washed off, 10 up and down motions before it to get washed off in actual use. So anyway, that gives you a way to pre-check the needle seat before you put it on the vehicle. Alright, so that's how you adjust the float on a YH. Thank you for watching.